The 13th Doctor in the long-running Doctor Who series has been announced. Jodie Whittaker will be taking on the role as the first female Doctor, and there she is. Well, let's speak to the General Secretary of the Doctor Who Appreciation Society, Allan Lear. Very good morning to you, Alan. So what's your take on this? Are you pleased?
I'm hugely excited, partly by my promotion to General Secretary, which I've just heard about, and partly by Jodie. I think it's a fantastic choice. I think she's an incredible actress. She's so powerful on Broadchurch. She's got such charisma. I think she's going to be sensational. But essentially, the makers of Doctor Who, they bowed to pressure. Wouldn't it have been better if they naturally had chosen a woman years ago? 54 years Doctor Who's been around. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can say, wouldn't that have been better? But then we'd have missed out on the Doctors we've had. You know, I wouldn't give up Peter Capaldi, I'm sorry. But I don't know if they've bowed to pressure so much. Oh, no, Paul McGann. You know, you're Scouse Doctor, you can't go wrong. Tom Baker proved that. I don't know if they have bowed to pressure, because they've had the Master regenerate into Missy. They've mentioned it back when Matt Smith was the Doctor, when Neil Gaiman was writing for them. It's been on the cards for a while. They've been building it up. So I don't think it's a sudden decision. OK, and what about then, as you mentioned, Jodie Whittaker? Is she the right choice? Because you did say she did have a strong performance in Broadchurch, but it was very different. When you think of the Doctor, you think of somebody eccentric, someone over the top. Do you think she has it in her to create her own Doctor? Well, as you say, it is a very different part in Broadchurch, but luckily for us, she's an actress, so hopefully that should work out. But I think she looks unique. She looks very much like herself, which is always vital. Yeah, I think she's going to be really good. OK, so let's turn away from the Doctor herself. Love saying that. What about the sidekick, then? Do you think the sidekick should be a fella now, or should it be two women? Why not both? Why not have a woman and a bloke? But let the writers decide. I'm quite happy. Whatever happens, a guy or a girl as the companion, it's going to be a different dynamic in the TARDIS. So from this point, it's hard to say what they should do. I'm just going to roll with it. There's quite a sort of Broadchurch clique, isn't there, surrounding Doctor Who now? We know that the creator of Broadchurch is on board. David Tennant, of course, was in Broadchurch and was one of the Doctors, and now Jodie herself. Do you think they're cashing in on what was a very successful series for the BBC? Well, Chris Chibnall had written for Doctor Who before Broadchurch, and he actually helmed Torchwood, the adult spin-off show. Olivia Colman was in Doctor Who at the start of Matt Smith. So I think Broadchurch has kind of come along side by side with Doctor Who, in all honesty, with Chris Chibnall's involvement in it. I mean, certainly having worked with Jodie on that and seen what she's capable of, I'm sure that's influenced Chris Chibnall's decision to cast her. But I don't think it's necessarily the case that there's a Broadchurch mafia taking over the BBC. OK, all right. Well, oh, he's off. He's out of here. I'm done. Drop mic. Drop mic, I'm out. Alan, thank you very much indeed. We'll perhaps come back to you after Christmas when she is revealed in that first episode. And there he is. Appreciation Society. He appreciated Doctor Who, all right, didn't he? Yeah, he appreciated it. Big Doctor Who fan.